Top 10 selling vehicles in 2021 and 2022. 10th position. Honda Civic, 263,787 units sold. The Honda Civic has evolved from a utilitarian mode of transportation to a stylish and entertaining little hatchback. The Honda Civic comes as a sedan or a hatchback with your option of two different four-cylinder engines, one producing 158 horsepower and the other producing up to 180 horsepower. Standard on even Honda's smallest car are advanced driver aids like adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist. Despite being a modern vehicle, only the LX trim comes equipped with an infotainment system. The base model's touchscreen is tiny and only used for radio tuning. Even with its base trim, the Civic is a competent compact car that should appeal to a wide range of purchasers. This is why it made it onto our editor's choice shortlist. We recommend the 205 horsepower Civic C or the 306 horsepower Civic Type R if you're looking for something with a bit more kick, both reviewed separately. Engine, transmission, and performance. Both of the Civic's available four-cylinder engines are lively, but we recommend spending the extra money for the turbocharged model. In other words, the engine is fantastic. Our test Honda Civic Touring was easily towed away from stop signs by this system. Although the standard 6-speed manual transmission is preferable to the optional continuously variable automatic transmission (CVT), the CVT is not a bad alternative and is actually among the best on the market. The Civic is a genuine generalist, as it provides a satisfying mix of luxury and fun for the driver. It is a delight to drive thanks to its quiet cabin, quick steering, and agile handling. The ride in a Civic is comfortable without being either soft or firm. The Civic is a joy to drive because to its responsive, well-weighted, and surprisingly feelsome steering. The sport trims offer quicker steering for those who want an even more sporty experience. The brakes have a strong pedal with a good feel, although they aren't as effective as those of rival vehicles. 9th position. Toyota Highlander, 264,128 units sold. The Highlander offers a lot, but it's only a middle-of-the-road contender in the extremely cutthroat midsize SUV market, which includes more than 24 vehicles. You can pick from 11 different exterior finishes. Front-wheel drive is standard, and all-wheel drive is an option. Hybrid and non-hybrid powertrains are both provided. While all Highlanders handle well and ride smoothly, the driving attitude of the Highlander could use a little kick. The cabin is well appointed even in the most basic L trim, with plenty of standard safety and driver assistance equipment and a wealth of modern comforts. The Platinum and Limited trims look and feel like a Lexus thanks to their leather interiors, high-end JBL sound systems, and other high-tech additions. But the Kia Telluride and Hyundai Palisade both provide greater opulence and third-row space. The Mazda CX-9 has a finer cabin and more engaging driving characteristics, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee L has the advantage of the Jeep's off-road prowess. The Highlander, despite being perfectly serviceable, isn't as interesting as the other options. Engine, transmission, and performance. The Highlander is outfitted with a 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine that produces 265 horsepower, along with an 8-speed automatic transmission and the option of front or all-wheel drive. We can't comment on its performance just yet, but will as soon as we get behind the wheel of this version. Highlander Hybrid has a combined 243 horsepower from its 2.5-liter inline-4 engine and its two electric motors. This vehicle offers both front and all-wheel drive, as well as a continuously variable automatic transmission, CVT. This powertrain, which takes advantage of Toyota's hybrid know-how, offers customers a vehicle that is far more fuel-efficient than the base model without sacrificing much in the way of performance. The last hybrid model we tested reached 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds on our test track. The ride is comfortable and suited for serving as a family chauffeur, yet the handling lacks any excitement. Perhaps prospective buyers in this market have heard that Ford also offers a hybrid version of the Explorer. When comparing the fuel efficiency of these pickups, though, the Toyota comes out on top. 8th position. Jeep Grand Cherokee, 264,444 units sold.
The Jeep Grand Cherokee is the only SUV in the Jeep lineup that successfully marries the rugged off-road capability of the brand with smooth highway manners.
Jeep's Grand Cherokee lineup includes everything from the base Laredo to the top-of-the-line Summit trim, so it should be easy to find a model that works for you. Jeep's regular V6 is more than adequate for most purchasers, but for those who want even more power, the brand provides a formidable 360 horsepower V8. The Trailhawk is equipped with a 2-speed transfer case, an electronically controlled limited-slip rear differential, hill descent control, Kevlar-reinforced tires, and an air suspension that raises the vehicle higher off the ground, making it a great choice for those who want to get out and explore. The Grand Cherokee has a spacious interior with seating for 4 adults over 2 rows. The GC feels modern thanks to its touchscreen infotainment system and several connectivity options, but the Jeep's driver assistance tech is largely optional while many of its competitors include it as standard equipment.
Is there a demand for seats in the third row? Our in-depth assessment of the Grand Cherokee L is available here. Engine, transmission, and performance.
The Grand Cherokee only offers a V6 unless you upgrade to the limited or above trim, at which point you can choose between a V8 or a V6. We favor the standard engine since it provides good pulling power and less vibration transfer to the passenger compartment. It performs an excellent job of propelling the Grand Cherokee around town and on the interstate, and it is a good match for the SUV's heaviness. The Grand Cherokee's utility is increased thanks to its powerful towing capacity, which is 6,200 pounds for V6 vehicles and 7,200 pounds with the V8. This utilitarian vehicle, however, lacks any sporting qualities. Driving over potholed roads causes vibrations to travel through the chassis and into the passenger compartment. Our Trailhawk test vehicle's more refined ride quality suggests that problem is fixed with the optional air suspension. It's easy to turn the wheel and there's a satisfying amount of weight to it. You can take it easy on the open road because the Jeep drives straight. Although the Grand Cherokee's brake pedal is initially soft, it tightens up fast and performs similarly to other vehicles in its class.
We also review the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT for those interested in the very pinnacle of GC performance. 7th position. Nissan Rogue, 285,602 units sold.
Despite the connotations its name may evoke, the 2022 Nissan Rogue is a very typical compact crossover.
The Rogue has good looks, but it isn't very athletic and doesn't have the same engaging driving personality as rivals like the Mazda CX-5 or the Volkswagen Tiguan.
The Rogue excels in usability and cost-effectiveness because to its roomy cabin, large load hold, and many desirable amenities, including various high-tech infotainment and driver assistance features, that come standard or as options.
Want something like the Rogue, but with more seating capacity? The Mitsubishi Outlander, which shares its underpinnings with the Outback, provides essentially the same experience while accommodating 2 additional people. Engine, transmission, and performance.
The 2.5-liter normally aspirated 4-cylinder in the Rogue will no longer be available after 2022, and will be replaced with a smaller but more powerful turbocharged 1.5-liter 3-cylinder that produces 201 horsepower. The Rogue, like the previous year's model, has a continuously variable automatic gearbox (CVT) and front-wheel drive as standard features. All-wheel drive is an extra cost. While we were critical of the Rogue's sluggish acceleration in our review of last year's model, we found that the new Turbo 3 made the compact crossover feel more lively during our brief test drive. We'll be sure to update this piece with our findings after we've had a chance to take the Rogue with the new engine out on the test track.
6th position. Toyota Camry, 313,795 units sold. As the globe increasingly favors SUVs over midsize sedans, the Camry has become somewhat of a stalwart in the latter category. Regardless of how the market has evolved over the past 2 decades, the Camry has remained the best-selling passenger car in America every year. It's had a solid track record for dependability, and there's even a hybrid option that gets fantastic gas mileage.
The current version of the Camry is nearly fashionable when fitted with the Nightshade package, which, in 2023, will include bronze wheels, or the sporty-looking TRD trim. Toyota's midsize car, the Camry, still offers an available 301 horsepower V6, but competitors like the Honda Accord and Hyundai Sonata have switched to four-cylinder lineups. A capable and easy-to-live-with everyday driver, while being far from fun to drive, thanks to its safety features, frugal engines, and roomy cabin.
Engine, transmission, and performance. Standard with a smooth 8-speed automatic and a 4-cylinder engine's lackluster acceleration isn't surprising.
The Camry Hybrid is powered by a smaller version of that engine paired with a battery and 2 electric motors, but it provides no more excitement on the road than the standard drivetrain. The XLE, XSE, and TRD variants all feature a silky 301 horsepower V6, but the TRD is the real diamond of the collection. Additionally, we're relieved to report that we no longer despise operating the Camry. It rides smoothly and handles with surprising dexterity. The steering has a lovely feel to it, being heavy while turning but light when driving through tight spaces like parking garages. Even in the hybrid, where it must combine friction and regenerative braking, where the energy from braking is used to recharge the hybrid's battery pack, we found the Camry's brake pedal to be quick and not overly soft.
5th position. Honda CR-V, 361,271 units sold.
The 2023 Honda CR-V has a completely redesigned exterior and interior to help it compete in the extremely cutthroat compact SUV market. The redesigned CR-V, which is larger and has more interior room, is expected to maintain its legendary utility. The cabin is both stylish and technologically advanced, with a 9.0-inch touchscreen entertainment system that comes standard with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as other features. As before, all CR-Vs come equipped with a suite of standard driver aids like adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and lane keeping assist. The base engine is a Turbo 4 producing 190 horsepower, while the hybrid system is good for 204. Front or all-wheel drive can be combined with either. We'll have to wait till we get behind the wheel of a 2023 CR-V to see if Honda's claims that it provides a more engaging and polished driving experience are accurate.
Engine, transmission, and performance.
The CR-V's 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine sits behind the vehicle's vertical grille and produces 190 horsepower. It can be mated to either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive and a CVT.
The EX and EXL come standard with this configuration.
Only the hybrid drivetrain, consisting of a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder and 2 electric motors producing a total of 204 horsepower, is available for the Sport and Sport Touring trims. The Sport is available with either front or all-wheel drive, while the Sport Touring comes standard with all-wheel drive. At low speeds, the hill descent control standard on all CR-Vs helps regulate the compact SUV's speed when descending steep or slippery hills. A pair of 18-inch wheels are fitted to most versions, with the Sport getting black ones.
Unique black 19-inch wheels are standard on the Sport Touring.
All new for 2016, the hybrid vehicles may now tow up to 1,000 pounds.
4th position. Toyota RAV4, 407,739 units sold.
The 2022 Toyota RAV4 isn't the most fun compact SUV to drive, but its value is bolstered by its practicality and efficiency, making it an editor's choice pick. The base model is cheap but lacking in features, while the higher trims have several amenities that shoppers in this price range will value. The base model comes with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, 8-speed automatic transmission, and front-wheel drive. Although all-wheel drive is an option, even the most off-road ready RAV4 won't be seen next to a 4Runner or Tacoma at the trailhead.
Adaptive cruise control is only one of many driver aid systems that come standard on the Toyota RAV4. The upper trims have niceties like heated seats, a JBL sound system, and imitation leather upholstery. We also evaluate the RAV4 Hybrid for those who desire even greater fuel economy. Engine, transmission, and performance.
The 2022 RAV4 is powered by a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 203 horsepower and mated to an 8-speed automated gearbox.
While front-wheel drive is still the default, depending on the trim level, Toyota now provides a selection of all-wheel drive setups. Our test vehicle, an adventure trim, included an all-wheel drive setup with a rear axle disconnect feature that helps save gas. At the test track, the RAV4 bested its predecessor, with a 0 to 60 miles per hour timing of 8.0 seconds for the 2019 model year compared to 8.3 seconds for the 2018 model year. The reliable four-cylinder engine may be loud, especially when trying to pass on the highway, and the test vehicle's transmission hesitated when asked to downshift. The RAV4 Hybrid, which we examined separately, clocked in at a blistering 7.4 seconds to 60 miles per hour. While the RAV4 is confident while cruising on the highway and capable when thrown into a curvy part of road, it fails to instill the same level of confidence as our class favorite, the Mazda CX-5. Third position. Chevrolet Silverado, 519,774 units sold. The full-size Chevy Silverado 1500 understands Monday through Sunday as truck stuff. The Silverado has a broad variety of engines, including a 310 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder, 2 V8s, and a 495 pound-foot torque Duramax turbo diesel. Short bursts of Corvette cosplay are possible thanks to the Silverado's 6.2-liter V8 with 420 horsepower, sharp steering, and good brake pedal feel. Nevertheless, the truck's often bumpy ride quickly dispels such fantasies. Though it's only standard on higher trim levels, the massive infotainment screen helps compensate for the boring design and subpar materials inside. Maximum towing capability for the Silverado is 13,300 pounds. Placing it ahead of the GMC Sierra 1500 and Ram 1500 but behind the Ford F-150. In a nutshell, this is a fiercely competitive pickup game. Engine, transmission, and performance. There's a Silverado 1500 for any task or adventure, thanks to its variety of engines, a turbocharged 4-cylinder, 2 V8s, and a Duramax diesel 3.0-liter inline-six. Our 5.4-second 0 to 60 miles per hour time in the Silverado High Country was achieved with the 6.2-liter 8-cylinder engine, which produces 420 horsepower and 460 lb-ft of torque. The 5.3-liter, 355 horsepower engine took 6.1 seconds. The 420 lb-ft of torque comes from the turbocharged 2.7-liter 4-cylinder engine. Although the Silverado with the diesel engine we tried was the slowest to get up to speed, we were very surprised with how quietly and smoothly it drove. The 3.0L inline-six turbocharged Duramax now produces 305 horsepower and 495 lb-ft of torque. Every Silverado we've driven has had an intimate interior despite its massive dimensions. The truck is surprisingly nimble, and the brake pedal gives you solid, reassuring feedback. The Trail Boss trim level of the Silverado is a great choice for those who want a half-ton truck with more rugged looks and performance. It has a 2-inch raise, massive tires, and other modifications that make exploring off the beaten route fun and easy. Our focus this time is on the new ZR2, our most serious off-roader review to date. Second position. Ram pickup, 569,388 units sold. The 2022 Ram 1500 has more abilities than most half-ton trucks thanks to its superior interior quality. Even though the base versions lack the luxurious interiors and high-end equipment of the higher trims, they nonetheless provide a more comfortable ride than the competition because to their more advanced suspension and the option to add air springs for additional softness. The Ram 1500 may be equipped with a multitude of convenient features, including a split-folding tailgate, a split-folding cargo bed, and a large 12.0-inch touchscreen. Both the standard Hemi V8, 395 horsepower, and the optional hybrid diesel 6-cylinder, 480 pound-feet of torque, are mated to a smooth automatic transmission and power the vehicle. The most powerful setup can pull 12,750 pounds. The Ram 1500 is easily identifiable as a truck because to its many features, but its ability to be mistaken for a luxury car is what makes it stand out and gets it the editor's choice. Engine, transmission, and performance. There are V6 and V8 gasoline engines available across its numerous model levels,
each paired with a silky smooth 8-speed automatic transmission. The 48-volt hybrid system aids both engines, but the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 can be ordered without the electric assistance if desired. We've test-driven a couple of cars powered by the latter and like the deep growl and quick response of the engine. Also, we've put miles on Rams equipped with the 3.0-liter EcoDiesel V6 diesel engine, which produces 480 pound-feet of torque, more than the half-ton versions of the Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra offer. The oil-burning 6-cylinder may be less powerful than the Hemi, but it's quite refined for a diesel and gets superior gas mileage. The Rebel model is the one to get if you're the type of person who likes to get out and explore, as it has a more robust appearance and genuine off-road potential. The rear suspension of every Ram 1500 is either equipped with basic coil springs or may be upgraded to use optional air springs, making for a far more comfortable ride than in vehicles with the more common leaf spring configuration.
All-terrain performance and gas mileage are improved in air-suspended models by adjusting the ride height.
It's easy to maneuver and stop with complete confidence thanks to the car's responsive yet light steering and powerful brakes.
First position. Ford F-Series, 726,004 units sold. Whenever you hear the word pickup truck, the Ford F-150 is probably the first vehicle that springs to mind. The contemporary version of the perennial bestseller features an aluminum body, turbocharged powertrains, a hybrid option, a spin-off that is all electric and is assessed separately, and all of Ford's top-tier technology. The base XL trim is perfect for those in the market for a work truck because it includes everything necessary and nothing more, but as you progress up the trim levels, you'll find an ever-expanding list of desirable options, along with higher prices. The adventurous Tremor model is available, while the Platinum and Limited trims provide Lincoln-level luxury for their passengers. In comparison to the Ram 1500 and the Chevrolet Silverado, the F-150 has a rougher ride and less responsive handling, but it is still highly capable, extremely customizable, and fiercely competitive. So, it's successful enough to keep drawing repeat customers, which has put it at the top of the rankings year after year. Engine, transmission, and performance.
A 290 horsepower 3.3-liter V6, a 400 horsepower 5.0-liter V8, a 325 horsepower twin-turbocharged 2.7-liter V6, a 400 horsepower twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6, and a 250 horsepower 3.0-liter diesel V6 are all available for the 2023 F-150. The F-150 has a 10-speed automatic transmission and your choice of two powerful engines. It's a first for the F-150, but you can now have it with a hybrid drivetrain. Ford says its new 400 horsepower hybrid powertrain, which includes a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, a 35 kilowatts electric motor, and a 10-speed automatic transmission, can provide up to 700 miles of range per tank and can power an onboard generator to keep the electricity flowing on the construction site or during a power outage. All of the F-150's drivetrain options, including rear-wheel drive, will also be available with four-wheel drive. A hybrid-powered, all-wheel drive Lariat accelerated to 60 miles per hour in under 5.4 seconds on our test course. We found the ride to be comfortable and the handling to be satisfactory, and we especially liked the King Ranch's variable assist steering system, which makes the vehicle feel more nimble at low speeds. The Tremor is touted as having the best off-road performance because to its 33-inch all-terrain tires, improved suspension, locking rear differential, and four-wheel drive transfer case adapted from the formidable F-150 Raptor. The Tremor reached 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds on our test track, falling just short of the more powerful Raptor by 0.1 seconds.